Hello and welcome to another pick a card reading. I am B, and this particular reading is going to be about how people see you. How do they perceive you? What are their first impressions? Maybe what are their lasting impressions? And what all types of people have their eye on you and what are they thinking? We have 3 different piles to choose from here today. For pile 1, we have this deck here, which I can't remember the name of. I think it's called the Solar Kingdom Tarot. Here's the face that goes with it. And the card off the top is the Knight of Swords. For pile 2, we have Morgan Greer Tarot with this face here. Here's the back of the card. And the card off the top is the Wheel of Fortune. And then for pile 3, we have this face here, the Light Seers Tarot. And the card off the top is Justice. Okay, I will insert a screenshot of the piles up close. You can pause the video to take all the time you need for pile selection. And the timestamps will be in the description box down below. And I'll see you at your reading. If you chose pile 1 with this face here, and the Knight of Swords with the Solar Kingdom Tarot, this is your reading. I'm going to set the tarot aside, as usual. We'll get into the oracles to get an idea of what is the overall impression people get of you, and then we'll get details with the tarot. So, starting out, we have eccentric. So, okay, obviously, first off, people find you to be different. I think it's different in a refreshing way. When I think of eccentricity, it's something exciting to me. It's just my personal opinion. We'll see what other people think. But this person also want to know that this person looks like they're, I don't know, is that a motorcycle? It looks like a motorcycle maybe, or a bicycle, or I don't know what that is, actually. Maybe that's where the word eccentric comes into play. But it looks like some kind of something, and it has handles on it. So yeah, it's got to be, he's either flying something or riding something. I don't know. He's geared up. So we also have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords goes fast. So with this imagery here and the Knight of Swords, people might think that you either talk fast, you speak fast, you think fast, you're just quick. You're quick-witted. Yes. And I think the way you present, whether it's the truth or not, the way you present is that you have a very different way of thinking. We have, we got 2 of these oracle cards here, which these are huge cards, so I prefer not to get 2, but they came out and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to cut pile 1 short. We're going to take both of them. So we have the number 1 here with this one, a tidy house, clarity, and organization. With that clarity, I'm also getting a lot of mental energy. People definitely think you're sharp, and they also may perceive you to be organized. You may keep your environment tidy or organized in a very specific way. Even if it's not tidy, it's like you arrange things in a very specific way. You like things in specific places. It's giving me Virgo energy, actually. We have Cosmic Womb, the Divine Feminine. You may also be, you may be a really good homemaker, or people may perceive you to be this way. And that's the number 6. That reminds me of 6th house, which is also kind of like Virgo type energy. It's organization, and it definitely feels like somebody who takes care of things. You may take pride in your possessions, your belongings, the things that you have, and even the things that you're responsible for. Like if you take care of pets, or you have children, or you are a caretaker for the elderly, or anybody, anything like this, you take great pride in it, where you take care of it well. You're a great caretaker, actually, is what I'm getting with that. We have consciousness. Okay, yeah, people are very, the impression that you can give people is that you are very aware of what's going on around you. You're aware of what's going on in the world. You're aware of people's emotions. You're aware of situation. You have good situational awareness. You're very capable. You are a very capable person. Is kind of what I'm hearing in my head. People think that you're competent as well. You're a competent person. Like, they feel like they can trust you with stuff. They feel like you have the wits to be trusted. Like, they know that if they ask you a question, for instance, you're not going to give them some, like, half-assed answer, or, like, give them an answer where you don't know. Like, you're not going to tell them you know something, or you're not going to give them an answer if you don't know. They can trust your opinion, too. So, we have the Lion as well. This pile's, people have a respect for you. They do. They have a level of respect for you. I think you would be shocked to know. I don't know why I'm feeling that. I feel like you would be shocked to know how much people respect you, or have you hold you to high regard. I feel like I'm talking so fast right now. You may talk fast. I'm going to repeat that because it definitely is coming to my attention. You could be very particular. Like, I feel like I want to come back to that. Somebody would label this as OCD, but it's not OCD. It's just somebody who's very balanced in their 6th house energy is what it is. It's someone who's, it's not even like perfectionism. It's just about specific things. That's that eccentricity coming through. People who are eccentric have these traits and qualities. We have, oh my God, refinement. Yeah, for sure. With Dahlia, and this is air energy. Yeah, you've got a lot of air energy, but what is this? We have Scorpio here too. Why is there an air element sign on this when it has Scorpio there? And also the number 42 reduces to 6. So yeah, 6 is definitely significant in some way. You could be a good helping hand as well. People might think that you're very reliable when they need help and they come to you for help. You're like, yeah, you can get the job done. Yeah, that's that competency that I'm getting. We have maturity. Ooh, okay, so people are under the impression that you have matured. So I feel like some of you may be stuck in the mentality that you haven't matured, or that you've got a long way to go, but other people are perceiving you to be matured, or they're noticing change or maturity in you. You're kind of like, what is this? There's a little gnat or something. You're kind of coming into this, you're stepping into it, I feel. And I mean, there's nothing really in particular to tell me this in the cards. It's just kind of what I'm feeling. It's an intuitive feeling. Wow, this picture. So I just got this deck too. This is the, what is it called? Osho Zen, I think. I don't know what it's called exactly, but I've been wanting this one for a little while. I've seen other readers use it. And the imagery is just awesome on it. So this person has all these flowers and all these colors. It's a spectrum. We also have the Ouroboros here. Yeah, people are seeing you as a very well-rounded person. You're kind of like a powerhouse person as well. People might admire you, and some people might be jealous because of how, I think you're skilled. You have special skills. And I think I said this in a reading not too long ago, and I don't know if I uploaded it or not, but if you're here from that pile, let me know. You have a specialty, something that you do that's special. It's probably more than one thing, but it's something that not a lot of people do, not the average person does. And everyone around you notices it or knows it, that you have this quality. We have seduction, ooh, with Jupiter and Pisces, 12th house energy. That's interesting. So, not necessarily the word seduction. I do think that, that's not what I'm saying is interesting. What I'm saying is interesting is the Jupiter and Pisces. There is something very alluring about you, actually. And you could be like, this lady looks strong. This lady has an apple in her hand. What do we got going on here? You are a bit of an enigma is what I'm hearing. And it's very highly attractive because it's not common. Beautiful. Look at this flower here. All these flowers there. This dahlia. Dahlia is my favorite flower. Yeah, this pile's very beautiful as a person. Your energy is very beautiful, regardless of what you look like. There is a bit of star power here too. We have a little constellation thing here, and I don't know if that's a specific constellation. It looks like it's just kind of, but yeah, there's a a really strong quality about you, but it's not like a brute force. I guess the lion is pretty strong and does remind me of strength. But this lady, even though it's the stance she has, and she's kind of thick, so some of my Apollo ones can be thick. You don't have to be. But you could have a thicker body, like a really robust, nice, strong physique, and it's very attractive. And your hair might stand out. And I know I say that a lot in other readings too, in specific piles, so you maybe hear from those. But yeah, something stands out about your hair, something stands out about your physique, and it's alluring, it's seductive. People really like it. Such a weird imagery is coming to my mind, and I know this is just because of the way my mind works, but I'm an animal lover, and I grew up with like around puppies and kittens and all kinds of, you know, young like baby animals and stuff, because I live out in the country, and we had a million stray dogs come up with puppies and all that stuff. And you know, of course, I would always pick my favorite of the litter. I feel like you're the favorite of the litter. I don't know, when people see you, you stand out amongst everybody else that's there. And people notice, like, so for instance, when you see animals in a litter of puppies, you know, they all come from the same parents, but they all have different traits. You're always going to be drawn to that, like, stronger, healthier, more vibrant one. I feel like this pile is kind of perceived that way in their everyday life. Like when they're around groups of people, like in social gatherings and stuff, you kind of stand out as this strong, robust person, this vibrant person, this beautiful person, not just your physique and your physical aspects, but your energy as well. So yeah, I'm sorry, that was a very weird comparison, but yeah, hopefully you get what I'm saying. We have communication, the mind, awareness, thought, speed, analyzation of Mercury. Yes, and see, I didn't even notice this card had come out with this pile. I'm pretty sure I saw it when I was pre-shuffling these piles, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of mental energy and speed for sure. If this is not a swords, the eccentric, it's just, somebody may like to drive fast, somebody may like fast cars. Somebody may have a fast car or somebody very specifically might like to ride motorcycles. Maybe not necessarily drive them. You could like to drive them, but you might like to ride on the back of them. You like a thrill. You like to go fast. You like to feel free. You like to feel the wind in your hair. We have the number 48 with poised. This is such a freaking, like, the energies here, they're so dynamic, man. Poised, but look at the person on it. Look at this fairy lady here. She's kind of like up in the air in her arms, and she's, this is that freedom loving. And also I want to note, this pile may be my pile that likes to walk around the house, you know, wearing very little. Let's just put it that way. You may like to sleep like that. Just an interesting detail. I don't know how this is turning into me just describing you, but other people may know that you like to do this. I don't know how they know that, but it's coming out in this reading. You're just like, I don't know, it just does feel like a free spirit pal, for sure. And people view you as that. That's how people see you. What a lovely person. I'm hearing, what a lovely person. So when people, like when acquaintances meet you, they might think that about you. What a lovely person. The people that really know you, they think you are a complex, awesome person. The people that truly know you. Okay, what's the last card we have here? Crib, birth or conception. Oops. It was weird the way that fell out of my hand. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So, as I said in the previous reading I did, because I've just started using these cards, I don't really necessarily use this bottom portion of these cards. I just use the top. So, with the crib, I feel that you may be, people may perceive you to be protected from danger or sheltered from danger. And I don't necessarily find this as to be like a negative thing. Some people, when they call a person sheltered, it can like have a negative connotation to it, but I don't feel that for this pile. I feel that people just think you're like protected, like you're just shielded from bullshit, basically. And if you are a bit of a daredevil, some of you might be, people are like, wow, something's on your side. People are like, God's on your side, or like you got help from the other side because they don't know how you're still around because of some of the predicaments you've been in, or some of the situations you've been in, or the kind of lifestyle you live, or something like that. So yeah, you also could be sensitive with this crib card as well. There's a cute little baby sleeping in it. Also, I think that people don't want to disturb you. I don't know why. You might have with the Knight of Swords and the Lion, you might have it, and this strong lady here, you might have a bit of like a don't F with me vibe that some people are aware of. I think people that know you, they're aware of this. Maybe people that barely know you aren't, but I think the people that barely know you kind of see you as a sensitive, like, you could have a baby face even. Look at this face here. They could perceive you to be really sweet and innocent and all that stuff, but actually you are quite the powerhouse, and you can mess somebody up. So I don't know. It's such an interesting pile. Okay, so we are going to move on to the tarot now, and take a look at this face one more time. These are so cool. I just can't get over how cool these are. Just randomly came across them on Etsy. Very cool. So, for the tarot, how do people see, view, or what impression do people get of our pile 1 spirit? We have the 4 of Wands. It came out upright, but it kind of turned. I'm going to take it upright. The 4 of Wands gives me, in this context, oh, we have 2 horses here. A light one and a dark one. There's balance. There's a bit of balance here. There is a... what a strange thing. There's something coming through. There's a marriage of practicality and mysticism, and I don't know what that means exactly. And I don't know how I'm getting that from this. Okay, so people think that you use your spirituality. We have consciousness here, cosmic womb, the divine feminine. People think that you use your spirituality in a very practical way to improve your life. Let me know if that resonates, because that's a weird message the way it came through. Put that here. You may have told people, or like made it known, that you use spiritual practices for self-improvement. Like I said, like, for instance, using divination tools to figure out what supplements you need, or using divination tools to figure out what you're lacking in your diet. Something like that. I don't know, like practical uses for divination, not just for the novelty of it, you know, not just practicing spirituality because you want to feel connected to something that's not mundane, you know. You use it very practically. So the number 6 with the Virgo type energy can also be about practicality as well. Yeah, interesting. What else for pile 1 spirit? We have the 5 of Wands. People could perceive you to be a little competitive. They could perceive you to be a little feisty, a little fiery. It's that energy of don't mess with me, you know. I think that some people could view you as, it's like you don't want to, like they don't want to get you fired up about something. I don't know what it is. Like people know that you could get a little fired up if they want to be argumentative or something. Like you'll meet them with that. You'll reciprocate, you know. Like you could debate, or you can argue. I'm thinking of that song. It's got like a clip of a lady, I think, in it saying, "You wanna argue." I don't know, I'm sure it's a meme, but I've only heard the song. People might you may have gotten into arguments with people and you're like, oh my God, never again. Like they don't want to start nothing with you. You may have said this, like, don't start with me. Okay, What else, Spirit? We have first quarter moon. These cards are unique. What else for pile one, Spirit? If I can get it off the table. We have Ace of Swords. People may perceive you to be very, actually the word blunt came to mind with this Five of Wands that came directly before it. Can find you to be blunt, can find you to be very direct, and you say what you mean, basically. Very truthful. You hold truth to high regard. Like, truth is very important to you. Honesty is very important to you. We have the Eight of Pentacles. People could perceive you to be a very hard worker. You could have very good work ethic. Four of Pentacles. People also perceive you to be a little, not closed off, but a little withheld. Like, you don't share everything with everyone. You don't share your business on Facebook or Twitter or wherever, or what other social media people are into these days. You don't reveal your cards. You don't tell people when you're struggling either. For some reason, it's so weird because it's like you're not an open book, but you are honest. Like, if somebody asks you something, you tell the truth about it. But you don't just you don't just freely share it. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Cool. One of the other piles, the card on the top is a Wheel of Fortune. What is it, pile 2? If you're drawn to pile 2, maybe watch that one, which I haven't done that reading yet, so I don't know if they're connected or not. But if you were drawn to it, yeah, I would say definitely give it a watch. So with the Wheel of Fortune, people think you're lucky. People also could perceive you, they could associate you with a change in their life. Like, you may assist people with change in their life, or you may be around when change happens. And some people may notice a pattern of you being there when change is happening in their life. Interesting. Four of Cups reversed. People could think that you get bored easily, or they might think that you get bored with them in particular. Like, you may give off this vibe that you're like not trying to be there. When people might be talking to you and they might think, oh, I think pile 1 might be bored with me. I don't know if it's your face, or like if you give them cues that makes them think this, or if you actually are bored with them. You could be, because you have all this mental energy, and it's like if somebody's not mentally stimulating or not, like, doesn't match your intellect, you might show signs of being bored and being like, I would really like more stimulating conversation, something like this. People might be aware of that. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely a little guarded. You're definitely a little guarded. A little weary too. I'm hearing a little weary. So you might be very cautious, because the 6th house energy, or the number 6, is giving me that too. You might be kind of cautious of letting people in with that 4 of Pentacles. This 9 of Wands. You could overthink. People might think you overthink. We don't have a 9 of Swords out here, but I'm kind of getting that a little bit. We have the 2 of Swords. People could perceive you to be torn, or be on the fence about something. Or they may perceive you to be someone who has a hard time making decisions. It could be that it could be either, but there's something about being decisive here. Some of you could be viewed as indecisive, and some of you could be viewed as decisive, because we do have the Ace of Swords. So yeah, it came out upright. So maybe people view you to be very, like, you know what you want. That's actually how I'm going to take it here, because contextually with the Ace of Swords there. So with the 2 of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the 5 of Wands over there, those together might make me think that you could be very it's not stubborn, but like when you have a stance on something, you're unwavering. Like you don't go back on it, you know. It's that strength. It's that Leo. I mean that line here. It's the strength. I think people know that your judgment is good though with consciousness. They know you're like. It's interesting. I think that some people have you pegged correctly, and I think some people don't. Some people are not viewing some of these traits about you favorably. Like this 5 of Wands, for instance, can be somebody who's like a rebel even. But some people might view it to be someone who's argumentative, for instance. It's like, it just depends on the person who's viewing you. So there are going to be some people around you who have like negative perspectives of these traits. Because I feel like the traits that you have are pretty strong. One of these piles is probably going to be the 3rd pile, because I feel like the 3rd pile is a little different than the other 2. The 3rd pile I feel like might be a little more go with the flow, and I feel like this pile is actually pretty strong. There's a very strong energy about this pile. It's somebody who not everybody can handle, okay? This pile is somebody who is hard to handle for weak individuals. Let's just put it that way. And as I'm sitting here saying this, I'm looking over here at this fire quartz. You're definitely a fiery person. You've got a fire in you. You've got spunk. You've got fire. Okay. So I think that I am, look at the bottom of the deck here. We have the Emperor. Yeah, for sure. Definitely got some fire going there. I'm going to leave the reading here, pile 1. Hopefully something in this resonated with you or was helpful in some way. Yeah, I just do want to say, having just said some people might view this as negative, it doesn't matter if they do. Pile 1, like, who gives a shit about them, right? Your pile's amazing, and I can already tell that your pile is an amazing person, and that some people don't like it. Like, literally some people will not like you just for no reason. Like, just because you're not a blank canvas for them to paint. Just because, like, I feel like this pile as a person is like this beautifully painted picture, and there's a lot going on in this picture. And some people might look at a fantastic work of art that has a lot going on in it and has like all these colors and is really full, and look at it and be like, that's too much. There's too much going on there. Like, some people don't like patterns, for instance, certain patterns on clothing. And it's like, wow, you're boring. You know, it's that kind of energy. So don't worry about people who aren't perceiving you in a positive light. It's their own projection, to be honest. They're boring people, and either that or they wish that they were more lively. They wish that they had more color and more interest like you do. So yeah. Anyway, I'm sure if this resonates with you, you're gonna be like, yeah, I've totally, for sure. So anyways, I don't know, I always feel like I need to take up for my viewers here, because it's like I'm seeing it for the raw energy that it is, but I can also see how some people are misjudging my viewers, and I'm like, damn, what the hell, bro? Like, come on now. But we have to remember, not everybody has a clear perspective of people and their differences and the variety of people in this world. Some people are very they have a very narrow perspective of the world in general, but especially people, because they're just, I don't know. So anyways, before I keep going on and on, yeah, hopefully something in this reading resonated for you, pile 1, or at the very least, this hopefully was entertaining for you. And I hope to see you in the next one, and thank you for watching. If you chose pile 2 with the Wheel of Fortune and this face here, this is your reading. This face is so peaceful. This one looks so peaceful. Okay, so we are going to put your tarot aside for now, and then we're going to look at your oracles to get kind of an overall vibe of what people think. We'll get more detail with the tarot, but yeah. So the first card we have here is Moon Cat. Ooh, some people might perceive you to be witchy. Some people may perceive you to literally be cat-like. So this cat here seems pretty mysterious. So people might see you and think, I wonder what pile 2 is thinking. I'm getting this like this vibe of someone like sitting there wondering what goes through your mind. How does your mind work? Some people may perceive you to be contemplative and interesting because they want to know. They want to know what you're thinking. Fascinating creature is what I'm hearing. Interesting. We have Will-o'-the-Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. Ooh. Yeah. People perceive you to be witchy. And this is going to be the majority of people that know you or that come across you, that know you on more than just an acquaintance. Which actually acquaintances could actually think you're witchy too. There may be something about your appearance that tells them this. It could be your eyes. It could be the way you wear your makeup. And your little face here has a little Celtic looking thing on there. I don't know what that is. A little symbol. You could have tattoos that say that make people think this as well. You could be elegant. You could smell good as well. You could keep yourself really clean. People might see you to be very clean. We have the number 30 with Horseman, Herald of Change. Ooh, I don't know about this one. You may like to travel. Interesting. You may change a lot too. You may be a pretty hard to pin down person with the hidden and the moon cat. There's like a mysterious vibe here. And also this is kind of a silhouette. People may not be able to see you clearly. They can see the outline of you, but they might not be able to see you clearly. Earthworm. Yeah, earthworms are hidden under the ground. People could perceive you to be sensitive, but also that you're definitely, there's a sense of not being seen a lot. People might not see you a whole lot. People may not see you often. We have ideation. People may project on you a lot because they never see you. I had a reading that was similar to this not too long ago, and there was a pile that was like this. You may be a bit of a hermit. You may like to spend time alone, but you like to watch people or see people or know about people. You know how a cat will like sit in a corner and watch everyone? And it looks like they're thinking. People might see it like this. So for instance, if you go to like a social gathering or something like that, you may sit in the corner or you may not get up and socialize with everyone. And then people may see you just observing, you know. We have pain. Ooh. So the people that know you personally may think that you have a bit of, what is it called? Wishful thinking. I don't know. Like, they may think that you have big dreams or big ideas and they don't, either they haven't come to fruition yet or they don't pan out the way you want them to. And they may perceive this to cause you pain. This is going to be people that are very close to you, by the way. People that love you, that people that are like your people, you know. This isn't going to be people who you don't care about their opinion. This is people who are genuinely, who genuinely love and care about you. They really, these people that I'm talking about here want you to succeed, and they think that you deserve this change. They think that you deserve to see your ideals come to fruition. Interesting energy. Interesting message. We have tomato with love. Yeah, people think you're very caring and loving. Okay, so with this love, ideation, and pain, these three go together, I feel. They have similar colors. I feel that people may, the people that you're close to, the people that you love, the people that know your business, because I don't think everybody knows your business, but the ones who do, they might think that you have bad luck in love. Like that your love life is less than ideal. And I feel that they think you deserve a lot of love. I think that they feel that you are that you would bring a lot to the table for someone in a loving connection. And these people may be wondering what's the deal? Like, I don't know. They may think you're secretly carrying a lot of pain surrounding love and connections. We have Mercury in Aquarius with originality. This is 11th house stuff. We have this little inventive thing here, this little invention. People think you're a genius, a creative genius, actually. This is such an interesting pile. So the feeling I'm getting, this is about what other people think of you, or their impressions of you. I'm getting more like the things that we're revealing here that are specific, I feel, as people that are close to you. They know that you're genius. They know that you have a lot to offer, like I said, not just in love, but in the way of, like, I don't know if you create things, whatever your creative things are. So with your face here, it was very, it stood out to me a lot that this was here. So you're stamped with some sort of creative brilliance, you know. We have the Wheel of Fortune here and the Horseman, the Herald of Change. I think people think one day you are going to accomplish something. But so far, I don't think you have accomplished what you want to. You may have accomplished something, but not the full idea. Not your full potential. Like, you haven't reached your full potential. And I think that the people closest to you think you're going to accomplish this eventually because you are a genius. Okay, we have the Source. Ooh. So this looks like a sun and this is a moon here. This is such a, like, balanced energy. It's a very spiritual energy. People perceive you to be very spiritual. We have Aries, willpower, strength, honesty, stubbornness, challenging, competitive. So pile 1 got a bit of this too. Some people may view you to be a bit competitive. You may like competition, so it's not like somebody who is just in general competitive, but you may like competition. Like, if you participate in something, you might have a competitive edge, especially with this originality. And 2, the way you do things is different. So this Aquarius originality energy here is also reminding me of pile 1, and I think pile 1 had a card that made me think of pile 2. So it was the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, you may want to watch pile 1 too. I feel like my viewers, the people that make their way to my videos, are definitely going to be complex individuals, because when I started doing readings, I was like, first of all, each individual tarot reader gives messages based on their personal life experiences, their database, like who they are. And I have a lot of these qualities that are coming out in these cards. So each pile is going to be a facet, you know, a specific side of me, basically. So yes, if you resonate with any one of these piles, you may resonate with other ones for sure. So if you were drawn to them, watch them. But that doesn't mean that you have to. It doesn't mean that all 3 piles are going to be resonating with you, but it's possible. Very, very possible. I think that you come across the videos and pick the piles that you pick at just the right time for whatever aspect of you needs to hear it. So yes, I don't know why I felt relevant to say that, or why it felt relevant to say that. But we have Imagine. Yeah, you're a very, very creative, inventive person. I don't know, you create things. It's not necessarily just artistic. I think you're a very artistic person, actually, though. There's something else you're making that isn't just like art with media. It's like something else. I don't know. It's just the way you think in general is very outside the box. Yeah, that originality. We have not unsuccessful plans. Okay, so this actually does make sense with what I said earlier. And like I told pile 1, I don't always use the unsuccessful plans part thing at the bottom. I just use the actual what this picture is. But I do feel like unsuccessful plans could be relevant here. You may have had some sort of idea or plan, or you You may have made it known to someone that you wanted to accomplish something and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. We have the number 30 twice, by the way. So somebody here could be 30 years old. Or the age 30 could be relevant. A Saturn return could be relevant for somebody. You may have been activated during your Saturn return. But anyways, back to the knot. Somebody in your close circle, in your close relatives, your people that know you very well, could perceive you to be kind of knotted up. And I think and look at this, earthworm is knotted up as well. They could perceive you to be like this, but they see you unraveling or untangling yourself, okay? I feel like there is a sense of that here. You're untangling yourself, and you're doing it in a very, like, the way you're doing it is, did I say this for pile 1? That you use, yeah, I told, okay, no, anyways, if you're gonna watch pile 1, I'm not gonna say it in this pile. So this is only gonna be, what I was just thinking is only gonna be for people that actually want to watch both piles. So yeah, I'm gonna get into the tarot now, because I think that's pretty much all I have for this, for the oracles. I am hearing they're gonna find a way. So somebody thinks that you're going to find a way to accomplish your ideals, to accomplish your dreams. You're so imaginative. The sky is the limit. You have somebody very supportive in your energy, in your energetic field. Somebody is really rooting for you, pile 2. It could be a family member. It could be mother, father. It could be anybody really, but it's just somebody that, this is going to be somebody that you know loves you, okay? Somebody that you're aware that they love you. It's a very nice energy that I'm feeling right here from these, whoever this is. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so you chose the Morgan Greer Tarot. I just got this one finally, after 15 years of wanting it. We have the Seven of Swords. Okay, some people may think that you are, oh, this goes with the Will-o'-the-Wisp. There's something that you're not telling people. They think you hide things from people, not in like a, not in like a shady way, but like a, it's like not revealing your cards. But it's in a, like a, I don't want anybody to know my business. These people are perceiving you to be, some people might actually perceive you to be deceptive, like purposefully hiding things. Some people might think it's bad things, but they're wrong. I don't think that these are bad things, actually. I think you're misunderstood big time with this moon cat. But others may think that you just don't want people knowing your business because other people misjudge you. So yeah. What else, Spirit, for pile 2? The 3 of Wands. People may think that you like things that are different from you, that you want change. Well, yeah, it goes with this horseman here. You want something more. You want something expansive. You want something out there. You don't want what you've known. You want something completely unknown. What song am I getting? It's a is it Aurora? It's an Aurora song. Into the Unknown, I think. It's from, is it, oh my god, Frozen 2, maybe? The theme song on there, but it's by the original writer, Aurora. Beautiful version of the song. If you have not heard that song, look into it. This is the vibes that someone is getting from you. Is that energy. Okay. Queen of Cups, yeah. So there's definitely, somebody views you to be very loving, very sweet. Some people, I think a lot of people think that you're a very sweet person. Oh, we don't have room for this. I'm going to put it right here. That's where I originally put it. What else, Spirit? Very compassionate. You're a very compassionate person. You definitely show that you care about people, even people that you don't know really well. You just show kindness and compassion for people. You may show kindness and compassion for animals as well with the moon cat here and the horseman. Page of Wands. Yeah, I think people view you to be new at something. I don't know what it is. There's a youthful energy about you. It's this imagine, ideation, and Aries. Aries also gives me youthful vibes. What else, Spirit? We have the Five of Swords. Yeah. This is an interesting Five of Swords. There's something conflicting in your life and people see it. Or people think that your life is conflicting. There's a contradiction is the word I'm getting. There's contradictory energies, or there people view you to be contradictory, or people are conflicted about what they think of you. Even if you're not a contradictory person or a contrarian, people don't know what to think of you. And they definitely project on you, for sure, with the ideation. It could be, this could be a little painful. I don't know. You may think to yourself, why do they think that of me? You may have literally said this before. Like, you're confused why people think this because they're just like projecting. Like, they don't have a clue. Let me know if this resonates. I'll do. I'm getting a little disgusted. I'm feeling like you're disgusted with the way people are, the way people view you. You have the Eight of Swords. Because it keeps you from like expressing fully. And this is what keeps you from like letting people see you or know you or hear you or whatever. Because of people's projections. Fate is on your side. People view you to be lucky. The Wheel of Fortune for sure. People have a very hard time digesting you, or like, not digesting you. They have a very hard time processing you. Like, I guess digesting you is a proper way to put it. But, I mean, it was relevant, but Three of Cups. Ooh, you're very friendly though. Why do people have this weird stuff over here if they view you to be friendly and very compassionate and loving? I think there's very opposing ideation about you. Like, some people have this one view of you, and then some people have the total opposite view of you. And I don't think hardly anybody has an accurate view of you. They don't have an accurate idea of who you are. And that's really sad. And it's really disgusting, because if people just took the time to get to know you and stop projecting on you and get over themselves, they would get to know you, you know? Sorry, I'm not trying to be toxic here, but this is just the way people are, you know? It is what it is. It's just, I feel, and if this is not resonating, just totally pick another pile. Sorry. If you're still here, I feel like something is resonating for you. And everything in this reading may not resonate, and that's totally fine too. As I should say in the beginning, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We have the Hierophant. So there's something that you do. Okay, so there's a traditional vibe about you. People see you to be very traditional, or they could see you to be someone who speaks about religious matters or spiritual matters, or has some sort of like authority or knowledge of it. You could have been practicing spirituality or religion. You could have been, you could know a lot about it. Like, you could have read the Bible front to back. If not the Bible, then you know your ABCs when it comes to spirituality and divination or something like that. Either way, people just perceive you to be an authority on this matter, whatever it may be. And they take you pretty seriously when it comes to this aspect of you. People may ask you for tarot readings if you're into tarot. People may come to you with, they may want advice from you. Because they trust what you have to say about the matters. There it is. The Five of Wands. I was thinking the Five of Wands with that Five of Swords over there. Yeah. Pile 1's probably relevant for most people who chose this pile. People could see you to have, you could be competitive. You could have a competitive edge. I'll repeat that. I'm hearing headstrong. Some people view you to be headstrong. But also some people know that you're not giving up on your ideas. Like they see that you are persistent. You're not giving up on it. You refuse to give up on it, which is great, in my opinion. We have the Emperor. Pile 1 got the Emperor as well. Okay, yeah. Watch Pile 1 if you're into it. So people feel that you have everything together, regardless of the fact that they don't know you, or the fact that they're not quite sure what's going on with you, or the fact that they think that you're holding back or hiding something. They think that you're fine. You've got it all figured out. So that's good, I guess. I'm just like, it's like a specific attitude that I'm feeling right now. And I feel like this is you, Pile 2. Have 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. People think you have everything figured out. I think your home environment is pretty put together. It gives people a good idea that an idea that you are doing well. I love doing these readings, but I feel like people are going to have negative opinions. And so the viewer is going to be like, oh, I don't want to hear that, you know, and then click off the video. I was like, oh crap, well that hurts my channel. But if you're a real one and you're here watching a video about what other people think of you, you should know not every person is going to have positive thoughts and opinions of you. I mean, it's just a fact. There's many, many differing perspectives amongst all the different types of people in this world. And each of us is different. You know, we're not all going to be viewed favorably by every person we come into contact with. I don't know why I feel like it's necessary to say this. It's not going to be for all of you. It's going to be for like somebody very specifically who chooses this pile and is like triggered. I think what I'm going to start doing when I do these readings is say trigger warning, because yeah, halfway through the readings I get like this attitude of like, well, don't watch my video if you don't like this. This like, it's like a screw you attitude. Some people may think that you have that, Pile 2, which is totally fine because people are stupid. So anyways, I'm going to end your reading there, Pile 2. Hopefully something in this resonated for you and was at least entertaining. And I hope to see you in the next one. And thank you for watching. You chose Pile 3 with this face here and the Justice card. This is your reading. So I'm going to set your tarot aside for this first portion. We're going to take a look at your oracles to get the overall vibes of what people are thinking or perceiving about you. So for your first card, we have a Falcon. Ooh. There's this little compass here. Little map. People perceive you to be somebody who has a clear vision or clear perspective. You have mental clarity. You see things accurately. You judge situations. Did I say situations? Sorry. You see situations clearly. You have good judgment and discernment. You have a bird's eye view. And with Justice, yeah, you're definitely fair. We have the number 39 with Me Talks, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. People may perceive you to be someone who is very, you take good care of yourself. You take time out for yourself. You enjoy, I think you enjoy your alone time. You enjoy maybe taking hot baths. You enjoy, self-care, you know, the things that people do for self-care. You may have a beauty care routine, or I don't know, people just know that you take care of yourself. I don't know, you may go to the salon often. Actually, I'm getting somebody who likes to go get their hair done or their nails done. And you don't skimp out and you don't skip. Like, when you need a haircut, you go get one. You know, you take very good care of yourself. There's this kind of impression. We have the black egg. The black egg, I believe, is about truth. Don't quote me on that. I think it is. We're going to go with that. That's my first impressions of this. And it's making me think of this Justice card. You're a very truthful person. Very honest, truthful person. And the black egg, I think you, like, it's because you understand things in a compassionate manner. That Justice is giving me Libra vibes, obviously. So yeah, you have a lot of compassionate qualities. We have love. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I was like, I don't know if I was seeing that before I laid it down or whatever, but yeah, I'm getting that for sure. It's like if there's someone who is the underdog, for instance, you kind of like, you're the kind of person that like lifts them up. You give people the benefit of the doubt too. There's a very soft vibe about this pile. This is supposed to be what people perceive about you, or how people see you. But I think they're seeing you pretty accurately. I think all these things are pretty accurate. So we're basically just describing you right now. We have the number 24 with agreement and strawberry. Ooh, I love strawberry. I'm really into strawberries. I think strawberries are trending. Look at this. I have this card, this postcard right here. Strawberries. I just have it sitting on my desk because I like looking at it. I think the majority of people that come across you view you very favorably. Pile 3. You're going to be I don't know why teacher's pet came to mind. You're going to be the person that people favor. Yeah, a lot of people may be jealous of the way other people, they might not be ugly to you about it, but like they're kind of jealous of the way other people view you, or how other people are, there's a bit of favoritism involved. We have Taurus with resources, practicality, productivity, maintenance, directness, and resistance. I'm not getting any kind of resistance or even really directness, to be honest. This is more about the luxury of Taurus, and it's going with this me talks. I'm not sure. I guess we'll get with the tarot, but like, people trust you. People trust you very much. I feel like people would trust you with their life. There's something very grounding about you with this Taurus. One of the other piles I said competency, but I don't feel that this pile is actually, this is one of the first times I don't think that this pile is connected to the other two piles. I don't know why it was relevant to say that, but I feel that you are dependable. You're practical. People see you as practical. People trust you. If you ever go into job interviews, you probably are always going to get the job because people see you as competent and they see you as a good fit. You know, they see that you'll work hard. You'll do what it takes. You'll do what's needed. And there's a sense of integrity as well. They see you as somebody who will do the right thing and do it the right way. We have Venus and Taurus as well with romance. This is second house energy as well. So yeah, people could see you to be very romantic, actually. Somebody who loves rom-coms, romance novels, perhaps. Somebody who likes roses. Somebody who likes to be dated, wine and dined. Like I said, I'm going to go back to, I feel like you're the pile that's going to like to get their nails done, their hair done, or like if you're, for instance, you don't get your nails or your hair done, you may dress very well. You just seem very well put together. We have success. People view you to be very successful. Yeah, you accomplished anything that you set out to accomplish. You're going to get things done. That's the number 6. So the 24 also reduces to 6. This is What have you accomplished, pile 3? Look at the celebration going on here. I'm also getting fierce with this Tiger and the Taurus and even the Falcon. There's something sharp about the Falcon. Interesting. I want to note too, this agreement has the Libra symbol on it. Yeah, you're a generally agreeable person. People like that you don't go against, like, if you're going on a group trip, for instance, you're going to go with the flow. You're going to let everybody else choose what they want to do first. But the thing is, I think people ask you what you want to do. I feel like people want you to lead. So you generally don't ever have to, like, force your opinion or your way or anything like that. People ask you. They want your opinion or for you to lead because of your competency, because of your fairness. It's just the energy that they get from you. We have 12th house, unseen causes, karmic liability, sacrificial services, repression, secrets, hospitals, prisons, occultisms. So there could be a sense of old soul vibe here people get from you, and it can be very comforting. Someone who is wise, there's a sense of wisdom here. And I feel like this goes with this Falcon for some reason. This is 12th house spiritual energy here. There's this pile has a bit of spiritual vibes to it. This card here, this animal. This is the animal deck, but this is one of the spirit cards. I definitely feel like you have a bit of the word shamanism is coming to mind. You may not identify with that, but you may be very healing for people to be around. Your energy calms people down and it allows them to heal, if that makes sense. You allow people's nervous systems to rest, and so it's very healing for them. So while you may not like actively do spiritual practices around people or for people, just being in your presence is doing that for them. They sense it, and I think they crave to be in your presence because of it. Yeah. We have the number 19 with flexible. Yeah, you're definitely not trying to force anything. You're very flexible. People definitely see, they want you on their team, and I don't know why I keep getting that. It's like job related, or if it's like, I don't know what it is, but people want you on their team because while you don't force your way. You don't force your way into things. But they respect you enough to ask. I don't know. There's something about that. They can trust you. I keep repeating myself, but it's very strong with this pile. We have Tent. What a strange card. Some people may see you to be temporary in their life, maybe. And I put it here under romance and love. You may have been in multiple relationships. You may have been married more than once. This doesn't have to be for everybody, but somebody here may have been married more than once. I think you may get into connections because you're so flexible, and like people may abuse you or like abuse that flexibility or that adaptability, like, and it may end up not working out because of you bending to someone else's will, you know, like for so long, and then it just turns out it's not compatible, or I don't know. There's something about this for somebody very specifically. Let me know in the comments if this resonates. Okay, let's get tarot and see if we can get some clarity on that. Because nothing else in the cards is here to indicate that. So, Spirit, what can you tell us about pile 3? What do people think of pile 3, or how do people see pile 3? Six of Cups. You're a very caring, compassionate person. Yeah, that goes with love. Oh, look at the picture on here. You may like animals. What else? Spirit for pile 3. How do people see pile 3? We have the 5 of Pentacles. Is this whole deck reversed? Oh, it is. Hold on. Put that back. I had the deck upside down. Empress, yeah. Could have told you that. This Empress also goes with love. But yeah, with this Empress, it's definitely giving me divine feminine energy here. You're definitely somebody who takes care of themselves. Somebody very beautiful. Somebody very fertile. It doesn't matter if you have children or are going to have children or want to have children. It just, you bring abundance to the world around you and to the people around you. You're very nurturing. Very, very nurturing. We have Queen of Swords. You also, okay, so this goes with Justice. I feel that you also could be, while you are agreeable and flexible, you also speak the truth as well. There is a sense of integrity here. I'm getting, for most people, and it's not going to be all people, but I'm definitely getting feminines here that are very powerful, strong feminines. Very balanced feminines. Everything here is indicating that someone is very balanced in their energies. Like, and this is going to be in their feminine and masculine energies, but it's giving me divine feminine energies. I don't know. This is definitely, people want you around. People want you around. You add so much to people's lives just by being there. I'm hearing you're a very helpful person too. You help people. It goes with that compassion. You may volunteer for things, or you may want to volunteer for things. This may be something that you've thought about if you haven't already done it. We have the Knight of Swords. You may stress about things though. I think that this flexibility and agreeability actually causes you stress sometimes because people will take advantage of that. I think if this is the case, if this is resonating with you, it would definitely be good to embody this Queen of Swords energy and maybe have boundaries in that way. With that 12th house, I feel like some of you may work in, it does say hospitals, prisons. You may work somewhere where you could work in the justice system or the legal system. Or is it the justice system? How do you word that? You could be a judge, you could be a lawyer, you could be an intern at a law firm, something like this. I don't know, because it's like something that you're naturally good at. You could be like, I don't know, somebody could be a CPS worker, somebody could work with animals, like be an advocate for abused animals or abused children even. Oh man, this is, if this is resonating with you, any of these types of professions, I just want to tell you, I appreciate your work because it is so needed, and the integrity involved in this line of work, and I know that some people aren't in it for the right reason, but I feel that this pile is. I feel that you take charge, but you're so soft and compassionate. You really are there for people when they need you most. And everybody you come into contact with can sense this because it's your underlying energies, is what I'm saying. I think people are seeing you very accurately. And it's needed in the line of work you do, I feel. Yeah, because I kept saying something about people want you on their team, or like something to do with work, like in the workplace. Yeah, there's something about that. The Hermit. You could actually like working alone though. And I kind of was getting that too. It's like, I don't know, because people want to take advantage. People may think that, so with this Hermit, you could be single right now. But I think you've been in many like long-term or like deep connections with people before. I think you've been in like multiple different ones. And you give so much in them. And people always end up like taking advantage of it. Like, you overextend yourself. That's what this imagery here is giving me. Because you really love people. You're a lover and a giver. And you try to give people the benefit of the doubt too. It's like, if somebody tells you something, you're like, you take it at face value. You're like, okay, I believe you. I trust you. You don't have trust issues. People know this about you. We have a 7 of Cups. So people could view you to be a little indecisive, actually, or could view you to be someone who has a lot of options. You could have a dreamy vibe about you, especially with this 12th house. This is kind of like Piscean energy here. 7 of Cups gives me like watery, dreamy, fantasy type vibes. Somebody could see you to be very dreamy. That romance. People might think that you have a lot of people with their eye on you. A lot of people might see you to be a romantic partner, or like be hoping to be your romantic partner. 5 of Swords. All 3 piles got 5 of Swords, but look at the dude on here. Look at the guy's face. He's like, oh God. I feel like you have to put up with bullshit on a regular basis, and I think you're like, oh my God, how many times do I have to how many times do I have to deal with this shit? Like, yeah, that's 9 of Swords with that 5 of Swords. But you're so flexible, and you do really well with this. Like, you handle it very well. I'll just say that. 4 of Cups. You might be bored with whatever you're doing right now. People may know that. They may know that you want change. I think you're beautiful. You're such a beautiful person. Look at this with the Empress and this card here. The person on here. And even this lady here with the Justice. Yeah, this is... I keep hearing what a catch. I think people view you to be a catch. You're gonna make someone very happy one day. That's what people think. And that anybody that ends up with you is very lucky. I'm gonna get one more of these and I think we'll wrap it up. Oop, we get 2 more. Knight of Swords and Queen of Wands. Yeah, you handle business. So with this Queen of Wands, I'm getting somebody who's very very proactive. So people view you to be this vibrant, very positive. You could have a cat. You could like animals. We have a dog and a cat here. A very vibrant person, someone who is a ray of sunshine. She has literally that in her hand. Somebody who's just ready to take things on. So we have the Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands over here. You can't see it, it's all film, but can it actually zoom out? Yeah, can. And then we have the Knight of Swords. You're very action oriented, I think. People view you to be that anyway. So basically, this pile, I think people view you to be someone who, when you're needed to do something or when you're called to do something, you just get up and do it. So you're not a procrastinator. You're not somebody who sits around and waits on things. You're a doer. You get up and do things. This is how people see you. And this is where that competency comes in. This is why they view you as competent. You take things head on. You know, you dive into things. You just go for it. You just go. You just do it. Okay. So, look at this on the bottom of the deck. We have the Nine of Wands. Like I was saying, I think that you need to set boundaries with some people. I think you're doing well with it, but I think you could work on that a little more. Or that's what people think anyway. All right, so pile 3, that is your reading. Hopefully something in this resonated for you. If it didn't and you were drawn to one of the other piles, maybe pick another pile. But, yeah. I hope to see you in the next one, and thank you for watching.